Jason steps onto the moving stairs and feels uneasy when he spots a baby toy being carried by a young girl. Eventually, he makes his way back to his apartment complex and notices another toy at the reception desk. Upon returning to his place, Jason spots the toy duck he had left in his pool and decides to leave it on the balcony. After his shower, Jason retrieves the fairy music box from his bag and places it in the glass cabinet. That night, Jason is awakened by the doorbell and checks the security camera to see the receptionist dropping off a package at his doorstep. He brings it inside and notices there's no information about the sender. Jason cautiously begins to open the package, expecting it to be a trap. To his surprise, he finds a box filled with toy soldiers, complete with their armaments and vehicles, along with a sticker promising an additional surprise. After completely opening the box, Jason realizes they're just toys and finds them unremarkable. He sets them aside and heads to his bar for a soda. Suddenly, he hears a noise and sees the toy box tumble from the counter. Upon returning to it, he's shocked to find it empty. Then, a lamp flickers on its own, followed by a light in the kitchen. As he approaches to investigate, Jason jumps back in shock when he discovers a toy army weapon that has stabbed him. He then kneels to look under the furniture and is caught off guard by a toy gun that fires tiny bullets. When he tries to inspect it further, the fire resumes, and a missile is launched, striking him in the leg with enough force to burn his pants and skin. He quickly retreats to the bathroom. After examining his injuries in the large mirror, Jason picks up a smaller one and opens the door slightly to see what's happening. The fire continues. A missile strikes a lamp, igniting a small blaze. Another missile destroys the mirror, sending glass shards that injure Jason. Realizing he's sustained more injuries, he rushes to his nightstand to retrieve the concealed gun. Stepping out, Jason begins to defend himself against the attackers, enduring more pain from the bullets. This time, he successfully evades the incoming missiles. Jason makes it to his bar and consumes some liquor directly from the bottle before picking up another concealed weapon, this time while maneuvering around the couch and rearranging the other pieces of furniture. He pulls off the couch cushions and begins firing at it, yelling in frustration. He retrieves his earlier firearm and forcefully flips the couch over, revealing his adversary, the toy soldiers from the box. Many of them are destroyed, with Jason stepping on two before they retaliate. At the same time, a few soldiers board their helicopters, which unexpectedly take off and begin launching missiles, obliterating his bar with minor blasts. The helicopters then crash into Jason, knocking him to the ground. He quickly recovers and takes down one of the helicopters. Forced to retreat, Jason returns to the bathroom. He cleans his injuries and soothes himself with water before meticulously wrapping his hand. Suddenly a missile makes a hole in the door and a toy chopper flies in, then uses a towel to catch it. Then he throws it on the ground to furiously stomp on it, and another chopper comes in and shoots a missile. He grabs his rifle and opens fire, causing the chopper to fly out of the bathroom. Then he retrieves the towel and tosses the broken toys into the toilet before flushing them. Hearing noises inside the toilet, Jason flushes it again. However, the rattling continues. So next he takes the hairdryer and throws it in the toilet too. The resulting short circuit kills the soldiers. Jason sits down for a while. He finds some needle and thread, so he uses them to stitch the cut on his leg. Then he notices a bug spray fell from the cabinet and puts it in his pocket as a weapon. He saw something moving near the door and he gets ready to shoot, only to see a piece of paper being pushed in. Jason grabs the paper written the word surrender, so he writes an insult on it and sending it back. Then he moves the towel and looks outside and finds the soldiers firing a cannon. The shots keep coming, destroying his door more and more until there is nothing left. Jason has no choice but to climb out the window. Very carefully, he walks around the edge and hides behind the wall right before the chopper comes out, walking very slowly towards another window. At that time, he is found by the chopper, which shoots him in the face once again and run out of bullets. Afterward, Jason continues to move on the edge of the building while dealing with a very painful wound in his ear. He moves around the building and ends up falling, but luckily he lands in his balcony. He peeks inside and sees the soldiers are reorganizing to make a new attack with their last cannon. He surprises the soldiers by using the extinguisher on them, only for a second team to approach him from behind. Jason struggles with the lighter but finally turns it on and combines it with the bug spray, creating a flamethrower that he uses to burn the soldiers down. The toy truck ends up crashing against the furniture and Jason yells in satisfaction before he turns the flames on the rest of the soldiers. Jason grabs a knife and chops all the soldiers into small pieces. Surprisingly, the soldiers and the foam shoot down the duct as the extinguisher finally runs out. Believing it is finally over, Jason accumulates all the broken toys and takes a closer look. Then he puts them in the garbage disposal and turns it on to turn the toys into dust. He gets in his pool to relax. Suddenly, he hears a sound and feels something hurting his hand. He immediately gets out of the pool and looks at the water. The cut on his wrist is quite deep, so Jason wraps a towel around it before moving to hide in his bedroom. He tries to stitch the wound, but his hands are shaking so badly. In the end, Jason just bandages the new wound and gets dressed before coming out. He presses the button in the elevator to get going, but still cannot relax because he hears something moving on the roof, indicating something has gotten inside the elevator mechanism. Then the hatch on the ceiling opens and discover one more soldier. When Jason turns around, he sees the soldier growling at him from the panel before it climbs out through the hatch. At that time, two explosions happen on top of the elevator. A desperate Jason jumps several times until he reaches the hatch and he climbs out. Suddenly another explosion goes off at his feet, and Jason sees the soldier above him getting ready to kill him, but as the elevator goes down, Jason jumps inside and makes a painful landing. However, the soldier has followed him by hiding on his shoe and is now climbing on his body. He catches the soldier and pushes it to the edge, where the door is about to close, smashing it to death. Then Jason hears a beeping sound and takes a closer look at the toy's body, discovering a bomb in its bag. He laughs in defeat before the bomb explodes. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Thanks for watching.